What's up guys, Luke here, and today we're going to be talking about multi-accounting. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So multi-accounting, in case you don't know what it is maybe after you've finished setting up all your accounts, so that's Bet365, Ladbrokes, etc, and you've been gubbed from them all, you reach the stage that you're like, okay, how do I progress? And a common way that a lot of people progress is they ask their friends, they ask their family if they can set up an account in their name. Now, this isn't the same as saying to maybe your brother, your sister, your dad, your partner, you should get into match betting, here's an odds monkey link, set up an account. Because they are creating accounts in their name, you're not creating an account for them in their name. So the important thing with multi-accounting is you're doing it in someone else's name, but you do have their permission. So essentially, if you are looking to do multi-accounting, you do have to use different devices. You do have to, if you're doing mobiles, they need to be data, they can't go on Wi-Fi. There's a lot of thing about VPNs as well. There's a lot of stuff that goes into if you are going to move into multi-accounting. If you're in maybe a Discord that I'm in or a Facebook group that I'm in, you'll see that a lot of people multi-account. And it's almost the kind of the standard for people that do match betting long term, because you will eventually be gubbed from your accounts. So it is a pretty common thing for people to look to create accounts in other people's names, with their permission of course, to just kind of progress and make match betting last longer. There's a few issues surrounding multi-accounting that I'll discuss in this video before giving my opinion. So essentially, Odds Monkey and Profit Accumulator both make it very clear that they don't talk anything about multi-accounting because it's a very grey area legally. So essentially, you're placing bets on behalf of someone else. And that does come into this kind of grey area legally about whether or not are they telling you to put on a bet and you're doing it, or are you actively betting on multiple accounts? Because if you're actively betting on multiple accounts, you're only allowed one account per bookmaker, so that is illegal. But if you're placing a bet that they've specifically told you to do, then you could argue that that's legal because you have your account, they have their account, you're just clicking the mouse for them essentially. So it does fall into this grey area legally. And it kind of falls into grey area morally and ethically as well, because essentially you're taking advantage of someone else's access to a service that you don't have access to and making money out of that. Now, what happens if you create a Bet365 account in your brother's name and that account gets gubbed? Then your brother decides that they want to use their own Bet365 account, but they can't because they're stake restricted to 20 pence. You've eliminated the ability for them to use a Bet365 account forever. So there does fall these kind of ethical, moral and legal battles, I guess. And it's really something that you need to think about yourself after you're a bit more experienced with match betting, and decide, do you want to go into that stuff, or do you kind of want to stay away? Personally, I guess it's my controversial opinion is that I'm not a fan of multi-accounting at all. I just have my single set of accounts, and I will always just have my single set of accounts. I have got a few people into match betting, but I'm not ever going to be interested in multi-accounting. I just don't agree with it from a legal standpoint, and I don't agree with it from a moral or an ethical standpoint, because I'm removing their ability to do any match betting in the future. I'm also removing their ability to actually use these accounts, and if there is any legal issues, although it is on my head because obviously I'm the one conducting that, I do not want anyone else involved in that sort of stuff. So I guess for those major reasons, I am totally against multi-accounting for my own personal use. Now, I do understand that people do multi-account, and I don't have an issue with what other people do. So I hope this video kind of gives you all the information about multi-accounting if you're interested. There's tons of videos on YouTube about multi-accounting, so if you are interested in doing it, don't let my personal opinion kind of sway your judgment. If you've looked into it enough and you know the people that you're doing it with, then that's totally fine. This is just my view of my situation. So yeah, really it comes down to those three things. I'm just not comfortable with it, and I wouldn't be comfortable. My sort of ethos and mentality around things is, if someone asked me to do that, would I be okay with that? And if I knew all of this that I know about multi-accounting and someone asked me, would I be okay with them opening a Bet365 account in my name, I wouldn't. I would not in the slightest, for all those outlined reasons. So I can't kind of morally expect or ask anyone else to do that for me if I'm not okay with doing it for other people. So I hope this kind of clears up and sort of explains my view and opinion on multi-accounting. Let me know in the comment section below, what's your opinion on multi-accounting? Are you pro, against, kind of neutral? I guess kind of neutral is just, yeah, you're okay with it, but just no one wants to do it. Because a lot of people, that is kind of where the struggle with multi-accounting arises, is convincing people that they know that this is an okay thing to do and that they should be okay with it. So it almost, I don't want to say that multi-accounting goes into this pyramid scheme style, but it essentially feels like that. Don't get me wrong, there's significant profits to be made from match betting, but after you're finished with your accounts and you're gubbed on all of them, it almost seems like, okay, now I have to get other people into this and I have to get their details to be able to do it. And that just delves into this kind of pyramid scheme sort of thing, which I'm also not in the slightest okay with. Maybe my opinion is just incorrect and is just plain out wrong. Let me know in the comment section below if that's the case. Or let me know in the comment section below if everything I say is completely right all the time. On the off chance, I guess. But regardless, if this video has been useful, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.